So welcome guys. In continuation to where I actually stopped, I want to briefly explain this pattern again. We all believe that if you multiply an identity element with identity element, you also have identity back. And if you multiply an identity element with any other element, then the correct answer will be the value you have for that other element. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 4, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 4 is 4, then like that. So any element that you multiply by identity will give that element back. So now since you have um 1 times 1 is 1. So diagonally, I ask you to write 1, 1, 1 in 4 places, then you stop. The second step is, this is 4, okay? 1 identity times 4 will give you 4, okay? Now, I ask you to write 4 diagonally and repeat the values 4, 4, 4. That is if you pick 4 from the row. But if you pick 4 from this column, then if you are trying to write 4 times this one will give us this 4. So diagonally you are not expected to write 4, 4, 4. Just reduce that value. 4 reduced by 1, that is 3, then reduce it, that is 2. So you have 4, 3, 2. You have 4, 4, 4, then you have 1, 1, 1. So the major step, that's the third step in this thing, is you must be able to recall this. You must be able to recall this. Now, take note that I said if you pick 2 times 1, you have 2. If you pick 2 from the colon side, diagonally you are expected to write 2, 5, 5. Take note. But if you pick 2 from the row, then that means 1 times 2 is 2. So diagonally you are expected to write 2, 6, 6. If you pick 2 from the colon, you are expected to write 2, 5, 5. But from the row, it will be 2, 6, 6. And remember that I said after writing 2, 5, 5, the remaining portion for it will be 2, 1. But for this one, it will be 3, 1. So with this explanation, and the fourth step to take now is, let me just take a pen. So the fourth step in this case is you have to take note of this, to consider this shape. Look at this. This 4, 6, 4. So I need to find this value that will be here. So and also this shape, I need what's going to be here. That is, this shape and these shapes are facing each other. So what are you going to put here? Trivially, this is 4. The next value is meant to be 5. So you write 5 here. Take note. This is 2. I'm considering this shape now. This is 2. Now, whatever you have to put here must be the next value. That will be 3. So take note of that pattern. So that means if I take my pen now, so if I take a pen, now, that means if this is 4, then this becomes 5, the next value. If this is 2, then this becomes 3. Do you grab that? So I can go ahead and play my game from here. So, just like the way you used to play your Sudoku game. So I can start with this row because I can easily get the last element. But please take note of this rule. Make sure that whatever you are trying to fill in this case, any row you pick, you must not have a repeated value for it. And it must complete all the values from 1 to 6 completely. Just like what you have here. This is 2, 1, 6, 5, 4. No repeated value. So the missing value there is what? Is 3. So I can just go ahead and write 3 in this case. So which other row can I pick? So I can pick another side entirely. Since that is 4, so let's check for what we can also pick from here. So directly from here, so it is clearly seen that we can multiply 3 and 1. That will be 3. 5 times the identity element is 5. Then 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 is identity element. So with this, we can easily fill up everything at once. So I have 3, 5, 1, 6, 4 here. So that means the missing value here is what? Is 2. Then which one can I pick again? I can pick this vertical side, colon 5. Then that will be what is missing in this case. It is clearly seen that 6 is missing. So what do we have left? So we have this point, these 4 boxes. So that means I have to fill it up. And how will you go about it? You have 2, 1, 5, 3. So what is missing? 4 is missing and 6 is missing. So I can write 4 and 6 here because I will have a repeated value. So it is advisable you swap it. 6 will be here and 4 will be here. It's just as if you are playing Sudoku game. That's all. So with this, I can easily fill up this row. So then now the missing value here is 2. And whatever I have here now is what? Whatever I have missing here is 5. So I believe if you know what this one will give you, then in that case I will have 4 is missing. So this gives the result. So just replace F to it, F1, F2.